The Governor's Prevention Partnership is working with a national nonprofit to encourage people to become mentors. They want to make sure all teens and young adults in our state have access to someone who can help guide them through life. Here with me now is Roland Harmon, co-president of the Governor's Prevention Partnership, and Jermaine Myrie, the CEO of Mentor. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So excited to hear all about this partnership. Now, first up, let's just talk about mentoring. How do you define that in 2025?
Well, mentoring in 2025 is about connections, about personal human connections. It's not simply around a one-on-one relationship, but one thing that is human-centered, intelligence, and mentoring in 2025 is about quality. And so for us, it's about high-quality relationships between two people who are looking to be connected for greater gains.
It's very important, especially now. So we want to talk more about why mentoring matters, particularly at this moment.
Mentoring matters for a number of reasons. Youth are facing challenges with isolation, mental health challenges. The schools are dealing with chronic absenteeism where students don't feel the need to go to school every day. Mm-hmm. And so mentoring has the opportunity to kind of turn some of those things around. As Jermaine talked about that human connection, that mentor has the ability to impart knowledge, impart wisdom, guidance for a young person, help them reach their goals and aspirations, and just finding out what makes them tick and what's important to them.
Yeah. Now, how does this partnership help strengthen mentorship at the state and national levels?
Well, our relationship with our local affiliates, and in particular here in Connecticut, is a learning exchange, right? And so it strengthens by the data, the research, the ability to apply what we're learning nationally to local realities, and equally, similarly, understanding local realities and what is best in class. And so when you see best in class programming like we have here in Connecticut, we get to kind of model that more broadly for our other affiliates across the United States. And so it is really a co-learning experience, and that's what makes our movement so powerful.
Great. Now, if there's someone who's watching right now and maybe they feel like, they don't have the time or the skills to be a mentor, what would you say to them?
I would say to them that you're going to get as much out of a mentoring relationship that the young person gets out of it. It's a two-way street. You'll learn from young people. You'll also be able to share your life experience with them, things that are important to you. And it's a 4-hour commitment a month, just as little as a 4-hour commitment. And you get to structure the time you want to spend with that young person, whether it's on the weekend, whether it's during the week. You can get connected to a school-based mentoring program or a program that's in the workplace, in the community. We'll be visiting West Hartford Mentoring Program today. They have one of the strongest school-based mentoring programs here in the state of Connecticut. And mentors will get that level of support that they need to be able to connect with that young person and be able to support them.
Awesome. Okay, now we do have to head out shortly, but really quickly, can you tell us about the upcoming Power of Connection conference?
Yes, National Mentoring Month is in January. It's led by our national office at Mentor, and Mentor Connecticut is tapping into that to really get the message out. We're having a conference on January 13th with school administrators, community partners, businesses, corporations, to really talk about how we expand mentoring relationships. So for every young person who wants to mentor, we want to make sure that they have access to one.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And I hope you guys
welcome.
have a great turnout at the conference.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All right.